Duel for Middle Earth is a retheming, essentially, of Seven Wonders Duel.
Mm-hmm.
But what they've done a thing that a few designers have done, where they've revisited their games, taken bits and pieces out of some of the expansions. So what they've done, they've taken a little bit out of Pantheon, which was the first expansion for Seven Wonders Duel,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think it's Agora or Agra. Name of the second one.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the
so they've taken elements of the Senator track and they've implemented it here. But essentially, the theme of the game is you are either the leaders of Middle Earth, so the free folk,
the Fellowship,
or you are the armies of Sauron. And there are a few things happening in this game. Now, what I will say is, for anyone who has played Lord of the Rings Duel in the past, there are the usual tropes here.
Oh, Seven Wonders Duel.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Seven Wonders Duel. I'm going to do that for the entire time because I've been doing that the last 2 weeks.
You may reference it as Seven Wonders. If
So
you
what
like.
are So what are the similarities between the two?
The similarities is you have 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
You have face down cards as well as face up cards.
Oh, like the ages.
Yes, and
the drafting.
The drafting still exists. So on your turn, you can either take a fully revealed face up card. So some cards will be only partially revealed. You can't take those until they are fully available. As face down cards are uncovered, they flip over, and then they become available to your opponents as well.
Yeah,
so that part of the game is the exact same.
It's the exact same. The other thing that they've just purely rethemed, it is exactly the same otherwise,
military track?
No, the science victory.
Oh, okay.
So in Lord of the Rings Duel and in Seven Wonders Duel, there are the science victory simply just first to 6 of the green green card symbols,
the set sort of thing.
Bang you in the game. Same as in Seven Wonders Duel.
What I really like about this is the fact that you're collecting the Fellowship.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it is.
That's a cool idea.
You're collecting symbols that represent different members.
Or
of
if you're
the
Sauron,
Fellowship.
you're killing them.
Yeah. Now, what they have,
fair enough.
changed in the game though is that there is no military track.
Okay.
Instead, what they have is a map, and that map is kind of something out of it's very very similar to the Senator from the Senator board from Agora.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to that. I'm not gonna say it's the same, but it's that is where you get the military victory from. So instead of it being a track which goes one side or the other like it is in Seven Wonders Duel, it's an area control thing.
Right.
And the moment you control 7 regions, you win the game.
How do you
on either side?
On either side, that doesn't matter. So
I've not played Agora or the Senate.
Oh, okay.
How would I gain control of areas?
So the way it is that as you collect red cards, the military cards, it will give you the option to. In some cases, it'll say you get to place 1 unit in this region.
Mm-hmm.
Some cards say up to 3 units in a particular region.
Yeah.
And you basically place the units out. Units come in 2 types. You have warriors. Warriors can be battled.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty straightforward. When you place a warrior in a region, if your opponent has a warrior in that region, they knock each other out one for one.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
But you also get the opportunity to place towers in regions as well. They're permanent structures.
Right. So it gives you a bit of a bonus sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the final way to win, which I think is the most interesting way, is there is a track in this game. And you basically that is the ring bearer track.
So you're marching Frodo to the Mount Doom.
To Mordor.
To that's right, yeah. And so you have basically Frodo and Sam on one end, and you have a rider on the other end. And then as you begin collecting rings, what happens is that Sam and Frodo, they get closer to Mount Doom.
Yep.
But the rider can also begin moving closer as they begin to collect rings as well. Mm-hmm. So what happens is while Sam and Frodo can get closer to Mount Doom, the rider never ever falls back. Because it's on this like dual layered track kind of thing.
Okay. So the wraiths.
Yes, that's right. The ring wraiths.
Ring wraiths, right?
So,
okay.
It's yet another win-loss condition.
Right. Okay.
So the Fellowship is trying to get to Mount Doom. The ring wraith is trying to catch them, and the moment the ring wraith overlaps Sam and Frodo on the track, that's it. They lose.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. It has the same end game condition. So if it turns out that there's a tie, it's military win.
Oh yeah,
wins. It's the same thing. So
there
whoever has
still
the
has the
most
civilian
control
points and things, or that's not.
No. So that does not exist in this
Yeah,
game.
okay.
The last piece, the last piece that exists in this game, it kind of replaces the wonders that existed in Seven Wonders Duel.
Are these
Mhm.
locations or something?
Locations. So you can
Yeah.
purchase locations, and what they are, they contain a series of symbols. So the symbols are typically on the grey cards. As you collect those symbols, you can then, on your turn, instead of taking a card, you can choose to take one of these locations. They give you bonuses.
Do you still have to take a card from the tableau to take one of these?
No.
Okay.
No, so you can do that.
So it's
as,
like a
as
little
store
Yeah.
mechanic. So
Yeah, okay.
Pantheon introduced that the whole store.
Yeah,
mechanic.
the idea in Pantheon was that I can spend money essentially to do something with my god cards to be able to a second option of being able to do what I need to do.
So
there.
this has a different stalling mechanic.
Yep.
But it's a stalling mechanic nonetheless. So it gives you a little bit of agency. And then the final thing in the game is you can still discard cards for money. You can, that still exists.
Can you bank that? Because I remember the other one, you can bank a lot of yellow cards, and when you use a discard card, you get more
It
money.
gets this
They
one took that away.
It's a flat. It's a flat bank.
2 gold, is it?
So it's 1 gold for the first round, 2 gold for the second round, 3 gold for the
so
third round.
that's a flat thing. Yeah.
And the last thing is, again, with the Science Victory, they've got symbols instead of having tokens that you collect.
Yeah.
So it is tokens,
It's
but
still tokens,
they are different. And the way it works is that as you either collect 2 of the same a symbol, or you collect 3, you get to basically flip over some of these tokens, pick one, and then put them back.
Okay.
I think the very last thing that's different are the purple cards. The purple cards were bonuses in Seven Wonders Duel.
Not the case.
In this case here, they are heavily geared towards sort of either getting moving units around on the map.
Yep.
Or getting others particularly monetary bonuses and stuff like that. But it's mostly around moving troops.
It sounds like you really do enjoy this rework. Like, are you finding that it works better than, say, Seven Wonders Duel? Are you enjoying the theme?
Look, I'm a sucker for anything Lord of the Rings. Okay, I if it's got Lord of the Rings on it, I'm gonna grab it. All right, and that's why I got it. It's got Vincent the art is by Vincent Dutray, which is just beautiful. In terms of how it plays, because I know how to play Seven Wonders Duel, particularly with Pantheon.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer to play that as a game.
Yeah.
Right.
But it is Seven Wonders Duel for a simple game, particularly with one of the expansions. You have to play that a few times before you start to really see how the bits and pieces
and
move.
then how it all connects
to get that value. Lord of the Rings Duel, though, even though all it's done is taken bits and pieces out of those expansions, I taught my son how to play this in 10 minutes. We played in 20. We played 3 times in one night.
Love that.
Yeah, that's really good, because I was going to ask, I'm like, was it just so easy for you to pick up because you played 7-1?
No. This was...
The retheming has worked a lot.
It's not just the retheming, but it's the paring down of certain rules and introducing variations in some of those complex rules has meant that it's a super quick teach. My daughter is interested. My daughter wants to play this, so I've promised I would teach her to play. And it's a quick game. It's really good.
I think what you said in regards to how the theming probably integrates with the rules a lot better, like the actual ring bearer track. When we saw it, when I looked at that, I'm like, oh, that makes 100%.
Yeah, that looks
makes
cool.
100%.
Yeah.
The fact that there's ring bearer that's just consistently moving down the track, and you've got to sort this out, and essentially the ring bearer is chasing you around the track. And I'm like, okay, that makes 100%. I do think I'm like you, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, that Seven Wonders Duel is one of my favorite all-time 2-player games, and especially with the Pantheon expansion, it's a must. Agora, you can take it or leave it.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think I've ever played the 3rd expansion, but I did enjoy.
It's fine.
My wife and I played a bunch of Seven Wonders, and she is a Lord of the Rings guru.
Yeah,
I'm not completely there, to be honest, but that track with the horseman catching the
it's really cool.
Oh, that's a race. I like races. Yeah.
Is it a full race, or is it you just bouncing around?
Really.
Because it's just you just have to overlap it. Can I move left and right on that?
No, as soon as they catch you, it just goes one direction.
Okay, so it is a race down the track.
It's like a slider.
It only goes one direction. I will also say that there are also bonuses on this track as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like quacks.
So so sometimes you're incentivized to just go down the track just because you might.
Oh,
get
so
an
you
extra turn.
slide that whole thing
Yeah.
down the track. Oh, that's even better.
So-
I didn't even. Oh, that's
so-
so cool.
We will try and get some B-roll for this.
We're also trying probably get a
Um,
let's play this at some point.
but-
Yeah, that's super cool.
So sort of have that
I'm-
circle
I'm
piece
showing
on
the
the
guys
end.
here.
They're taking the Hobbits to Isengard.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's gonna play constantly.
So-
whenever
Yeah, I
someone
can
moves
see what you
that, it's a
mean, yeah.
soundboard.
yeah. So basically,
Oh, so they start there and he starts all the way
so
back there.
When the hobbits move,
yeah.
the whole track slides down.
Oh,
But
that's
when-
so cool.
But when the ring wraith moves, he moves down independently.
yeah.
Okay, and so what'll happen is that the hobbits will always move closer, but the ring wraith will never ever move further away.
Yeah.
from them.
Yeah,
That is
that's
genius,
cool.
isn't
That's
it?
such a
It's
that's
such a
such a
sort of-
good
But
thing.
does that change the bonuses? The
No,
horse
no, no, no,
gets?
because
it's
it's printed on
this
there.
part.
Oh, that's such a
that's
good
clever.
design.
Okay,
Alright.
we're super gushing over a board game component right now. So if you
it's
want to,
so nice.
if you
though,
want to see
honestly.
what we're talking about, go to www.youtube.com/@BG Gateway for all of our podcast listeners. Because this is honestly one of those, like, there's not many times where I see a
I don't
board
think I've
game
ever-
component and I go, "Oh man, that's cool!" Right? But this is one of those
Oh
times.
no,
where I
no!
go,
The first time I
"That's-
played like too many bones, I'm like poker chips.
Oh no, like,
yeah.
no, but it does. It rarely
Yeah,
happens these
yeah.
days. Now, when I see something like that component immediately made me just go, "Crap! Now I really want to play / maybe
So,
own this game."
Look, just to sort of like put a bit of a bow on that answer, I will say, I think I prefer to play this as just a quick get it off
Yeah.
the shelf, play
Yeah.
play a quick game.
Warm
But
up
if some
the
if someone said, if you had a choice between like to pick one 2-player game that you would play
like for life.
for life,
Yeah.
I think and ignore theme, but which game is better as a game? I would say Seven Wonders Duel with Pantheon
Yep.
is still the better game.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But which game would I prefer to have in my collection? This one.
That's a big call.
Because this one I can pick off the shelf anytime and teach anyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seven Wonders Duel with Pantheon,
Yeah.
there's like a 20-30 minute.
Yeah,
Just,
the thing is,
just
right.
having the sorry, Ralph, you go. Right.
But the thing is, you're saying like that's a game you could play forever, right? You said before, like Seven Wonders Duel is the better game with the Pantheon expansion. But like if it's a game that you're going to play on repeat over and over and over again, there's no variation in this.
But
game.
that is true, but I will say, and this is purely a personal thing,
Mm-hmm.
I have too many games. So I would prefer to have a game that I could just pull off my shelf and teach anyone.
Welcome to the group.
Yeah.
I will say that having the Lord of the Rings theme does make it instantly
Absolutely.
more like someone go, okay, I don't really know, but it's a lot.
It's
I know
easier
what
to
Lord
get
of
off
the
the
Rings
shelf.
is.
Yeah.
Of that,
Yeah, we'll do that.
That and it's so
Anyway,
pretty.
so what do you reckon? Do you think that this is a big recommend? or-
Absolutely.
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 All right, this is a big recommend from Damien. So we'll really happy about that. Look, we're gonna move from. Oh, sorry, Ralph.
I have one question.
Please do.
Does it actually feel like you're in Middle Earth?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
Like, I mean, for instance, I've played a little bit of War of the Ring. That feels like you're in Middle
yeah,
Earth.
definitely. That's very grand.
Like, but that's the two games are so far apart. It's not
This is
funny.
just looking at cards.
Yeah,
okay.
It's all it is. Look, the artwork's sensational. You spent.
It's beautiful.
I spent a lot of time looking at the cards. But if someone said, "Does it feel like you're playing Lord of the Rings?"
Does
No.
it feel like you're collecting the Fellowship?
No.
Like, do you gather everyone? You're like, oh, I'm missing the dwarfs. Give me
No,
or
no.
whatever.
At no point do I say
Yeah,
I need the dwarves. Like, I need a horn. I need
Where's
a horn.
Legolas? Like,
He's
you don't
not,
say
he's
the
not coming
horn.
to you.
You're not
Yeah.
saying where's
No.
Legolas? Like
No,
in the game.
I'm
no,
saying,
okay.
where's the horn? Where's
Yeah,
the
right.
feather?
Okay,
Or something
cool,
like
cool.
that. So, yeah.
Fair.
No worries.
All right, so that was Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle Earth, one of the new games that's out. You will actually be able to find it pretty much a lot of places that stock your board
Yeah.
games because it's actually one of the very hotly requested games.
Just want to say